Hello, this is Mark. Just want to make sure that I'm recording here from mirrorathlete.com, M-I-R-R-O-R-A-T-H-L-E-T-E. As you can see, I've chosen a different location to film from. This time it's in the Portland, Oregon area, well, just down south of Portland by about 25 miles, Champoeg Park on the riverside. So that I do something different for my cardiovascular exercise, as I always mention that walking is the best cardiovascular exercise. And I was gonna, I'm going to read for one of my illness and disease articles, and this one's on COPD, Cardo Obstructive Pulmonary Disease. Now, forgive me if I get the acronym switched around. I've been doing that often. I've tried to shoot this 3 or 4 different times. And if you know me pretty well by now by my movies, I don't edit the stuff that I shoot. I just pretty much read from it, but I wanted to get the acronym right. Trying to do that, but for some reason, I just keep botching it up. So anyway, we'll see if we can do it right throughout the article, and if I screw it up, then you'll know why. See, I'm human just like the rest of you, but I try, okay? Okay, well anyway, let me move on here. Okay, so COPD is a disease by which breathing becomes very difficult without assistance from an oxygen tank once the disease has progressed and will eventually kill you. It is well known that smoking is a major culprit behind COPD. The smoke causes and creates permanent damage to the lung air sacs. Whoa, this deck's rocking. Just had a boat go by. And the other thing, if you notice, I'm profusely sweating, so I'm gonna need water here pretty soon. Unbelievable the amount of heat in this area. I think Oregon's breaking records. Yesterday was about 106, today's about 102 last I heard, and we're about 1 p.m. Okay, so it looks like everybody's busy down there. Hopefully I can finish this off without being disturbed. There are other inhaled elements that can put you at risk for COPD. That's chemical fumes, dust, air pollution, secondhand smoke. Okay, that's of no surprise to you, or shouldn't be. The other thing, the air pollution, was one reason me and my family changed it up. Lived in the Sacramento area for approximately 12 years, and if you're down in the Riverside, LA area, you also note there's a lot of smog and pollution down there as well, and it seems to be a lot of cases of COPD originating and revolving from those areas. Okay, so it can take after years of one or more element exposures, it can take years for the disease to present itself. COPD is most commonly found in people 60 and over, those that have lung infections as a child, those that got emphysema in their 30s or 40s, or families where the disease manifested itself. Okay, some of the symptoms to look out for are chronic cough and or mucus when coughing, shortness of breath, especially during exercise, weight loss, and weakness. Just watching that boat over there. It's fun stuff out here. As the disease progresses, exacerbation flare-ups can be mild to life-threatening by suffocation or drowning in your own mucus fluids. That I would not wish upon anybody. Alrighty, moving on. Okay, smoking is a leading cause of preventable COPD. What chemicals in cigarettes are responsible for causing this? This is a good question. The National Cancer Institute states there are 4,000 chemicals released from tobacco smoke. Okay, so the tar residue byproducts that enter your body include such poisons as arsenic and cyanide. That's some nasty stuff, but a lot of people don't know that these chemicals are in the cigarettes that they're smoking. Products that are FDA approved. Think about that. Okay, I always talk about it's all about the money, not so much your health or your addiction concerns of the government, okay? That's not their concern. Their concern is ways to control, legalize, and make money on product, okay? Let me see, where's that? Okay, the American Lung Association shows each year 400,000 Americans die from lung disease. There are 35 million more Americans in any given year that are now living with chronic lung disease. Even with these unbelievable, let me see, there's 35 million of chronic disease. Okay. Even with these unbelievable statistics, American smoking consumption is as strong as ever, and nicotine has the addictive power of heroin and cocaine. Some of you know that, some of you don't. This is a direct quote from Dr. C. Everett Koop, Surgeon General. It is also known that secondhand smoke gravely impacts others around them. Many smokers do not believe their habits impact anyone else but themselves. The American Heart Association secondhand mortality statistics. Secondhand smoke is directly responsible for 37,000, 40,000 cardiovascular and 3,400 fatal lung cancer victims per year. Okay, those are some pretty big numbers with the COPD medical patients. And according to the American Cancer Society, secondhand smoke is responsible for over 150,000 lung infections and 750,000 middle ear infections within our children each year. If you're concerned about your kids at all, I mean, if you're going to smoke, at least go outside and have the decency not to smoke inside your house. Please do that for your children's sake. There are basically two diseases associated with COPD. It's chronic bronchitis, when airways that carry oxygen from the lungs to the body get inflamed, producing mucus. This makes it hard to breathe. 2, emphysema. This is where the lung air sacs become inefficient at intake and pushing air. Once these air sacs become damaged, the body begins to starve and die due to lack of oxygen and rich blood. At this point, the patient always feels short of breath with the constant feeling of suffocation. Over time, COPD gets worse. Okay, so over time, it's going to get worse, and it's going to get harder for your lung tissues, air sacs to regenerate new cells, to keep you breathing efficiently. Okay, the damage to your lungs at this point is permanent. However, you can take steps to stop further damage to your lungs and body. And there's not a whole lot you can do once the damage is done, but there are some things out there that can help with your pain and breathing, okay, once you're in that predicament. Okay, see a physician if you smoke or a cough that will not go away, or mucus when coughing. Medication will boost your chance 50% to quit smoking for good. That's the American Cancer Society is saying that. And then the last 3 recommendations are: ask a physician for other tests if you suspect exposure to other things in your past. Okay, remember we talked about dust, environmental, things of that sort. Request a doctor to listen to your lungs and a spirometry breathing test to see how good a health your lungs are in and how well you're breathing. Request checks, x-rays to rule out other potential problems or pathologies. Now, so the best thing I can recommend is that if you're smoking and if you're in an environment that's just overwhelming with pollutants, change it up, man. Get away from there, get out. If you're in a cardiovascular fitness program, walking is a program that you're involved in, I highly recommend you get out, breathe some clean air, get away from the area that you live in. If you got to exercise, maybe you can go up the hill, maybe get 1,000-foot elevation, get out of the smog for a while, give your body a break. Okay, so with that being said, remember the best thing you can do is please stop smoking. Don't smoke anymore. And keep it away from your children if you can't stop. And really seek help if you're coughing, wheezing, having a hard time catching your breath. You need to go get some help, because at that point, your body's pretty much toast. That's my opinion. Okay. So aside from COPD, we did the reading. Make sure you go visit the site mirrorathlete.com, MIRRORATHLETE. Go in there and get some of the free stuff. Go visit the health repository. See the chronicles. See the chronic pain center. There's a lot of good free reading in there. See the MAE videos. Sign up for a username on the YouTube where I post all these videos, so you can make sure you get every single one of the video clips that I make. All right. This is Mark from mirrorathlete.com. I wish you a good day, good health to you and your family, and have a good one. Bye.